Oh, uh, uh, happy Halloween. And, wow, I just can't stop running into stuff since I put on this costume. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, play the music. Howdy, and welcome to Conversations with Coyotes. My name is Bravado. I am a coyote, and this is The Conversation. Hey, so welcome. It is a question and answer week, and I am going to answer some questions. So let's get going, and thanks to all you who sent some stuff in. We're gonna just get right on that. Well, I like coming up with stupid pun-based costumes that no one understands. Also, the candy is very good. Serious answer though. Up until a few years ago, we didn't really celebrate Halloween, and that's because we lived in an area where it was pretty barren of furry culture. And so while Halloween seems like it might be a natural time to throw on a fursuit and wander around, there just weren't any real venues for that. And that all changed when we moved here to the Twin Cities, and I'm grateful that every year I've been here since, there's been something or multiple things going on around Halloween that allow me to get out and interact with people and be in costume. And so that's really my favorite part, and I'm so grateful that I get to do that now. I don't know. Want to find out? Put that down there. Is that accurate? Very scientific. 80. I'm 80 tall. Hope that is helpful information for you. Of course I use my other characters, and they still mean a lot to me. There's Ringer, who is actually the guy underneath all this, and he's a raccoon. And then there's that deer guy who's sort of got some raccoon in him too, and his name is Racket. And then there's the donkey guy, and he actually, nobody really is aware of this, I don't think, but he's got a little tiny bit of raccoon in him as well, and he's Bruto. And then there's of course me, and I have a little bit of raccoon in me too, so I think there might be some sort of a common thread along all of these guys. Anyway, I still use them, I still like them, and they're still my dudes. I joined the fandom because I like dressing up as animals, and this is one of the only places where that's not a wholly weird thing to be into. Now that doesn't mean I don't adore being here and have a lot of respect for what everybody in the fandom is doing, and that especially includes people who've just found the fandom, because it's so fun to see how they explore and how they use this thing that we all care about to make new and different things. And I think it's just as important for new people to keep making new stuff as it is for creators who've been around forever to keep making stuff, because they both got very different viewpoints on it, and that's one of the most interesting things about being here. Honestly, I think if it's something that you're interested enough in being good at, you'll know when you see it. You have a good enough idea of what your metric for being good at something is that you'll kind of feel somewhat comfortable when you cross that threshold. And of course there's outside factors you can look at, like are people giving you positive feedback on it, or are you auditioning or trying out for a team and able to get on? And so there are lots of ways you can tell, and it just comes down to trust in yourself and trust in people around you, especially if they're people who are in a position to know what they're talking about. I hope that helps, and I hope it's a motivator to keep trying to get better at the stuff you want to be better at. Order Korn. Oh, I think this is actually misplaced from my summer to-do list, and I did do that, so we can just go ahead and check that off right now. That's awkward. Sorry about that. Yes, I am going to MFF. I'll be flying in on Wednesday night and taking off on Sunday afternoon. And of course you can give me a hug. I would love that. I'm actually already working on stockpiling enough hugs right now, so I have enough for anyone who wants one at MFF. So if you're going, I'll see you there. Well, you ain't alone, because I'm a little uncomfortable about people I know finding out that I'm a furry as well. And there are plenty of other people out there who feel the same way, so it's not just you and me. And that's fine. You don't gotta feel obligated to tell everyone you know that you're a furry. And I think what happens is, when we discover the fandom and the community, furry becomes such a tightly intertwined part of our identities that if somebody rejects furry as a concept, it also feels like they're rejecting us. And we just have to remember that that's not true. Furry is a hobby, just like any other hobby, and not everybody is into the same hobbies. So remember that you're friends with people, and you're not into the same things that they are necessarily, but you're still friends, and you'll be fine. Do feel free to share it if you're comfortable, just don't feel obligated. I would say that I am following a couple podcasts, but poorly. There are a few that I really enjoy, but also just don't listen to with any sort of discipline. My Brother and Me is probably my favorite one, and then there's The Adventure Zone, which I'm doing a bad job of getting caught up on. And then another favorite that I have is Judge John Hodgman, because I adore everything that John Hodgman does, and I highly recommend checking any of those out. And yeah, books? Not really. I'm pretty bad at reading. I don't mean that I'm a bad reader, I'm bad at getting books. Hey, that's a good question, since I was talking a couple weeks ago about how much I thought fall was garbage. Although I don't really mean that. Fall is okay. It's maybe my least favorite season just because of what it all implies, but it doesn't mean I don't enjoy it, and it's certainly got its redeeming qualities. I think my favorite season, for similar reasons, is spring, just because of all the potential that comes with the idea of spring, and it starts to warm up and the snow starts to melt, because we get snow here and there's so much of it. And anyway, it starts to warm up and the snow starts to melt, and you can go outside again without worrying about any of your fingers or toes falling off, and it's just a real good time. So it's definitely spring for me. Well, that pretty much sums it up. Thank you so much for all of your questions, and I appreciate that you took time out of your busy days to write them to me. I apologize if I didn't get to your question. No hard feelings. I look forward to seeing y'all at MFF in, oh my god, a month. That is so soon. I got another project lined up for that I'm excited to share with y'all, so I'll keep y'all posted on that. I gotta go order that Korn, because when I said I ordered it before, that was a lie. And also, if you know what my costume is, please leave a comment, and the first person to get it right, I'll probably, give you a surprise, I guess. So, have fun with that. Happy Halloween, and I'll catch y'all later.